Hi everyone, I'm Shira Adler.
And I'm Lexi Safransky.
And we're going to be doing your Midreshet Lindenbaum Q&A.
So let's get started. So the first question is what's the campus setup? So Midreshet Lindenbaum is all in one building and it's a box setup. So our dorms are on one side and then they take up 2 floors. And then on the bottom floor of the lobby, we have our 4 classrooms and the base. And then on the floor below that is the dining room. And then there are numerous outdoor areas. And then there's also the Israeli dorms on the other 2 sides. And it's all in one building, which is super great.
Okay, next question. What restaurants are nearby? So around the corner, we have 2 cafes, which are great, and a makolet right near us. And then there's like a ton of restaurants on Derech Hebron, which is like a 15-minute walk, Derech Beit Lechem, which is a 20-minute walk or 10-minute bus ride. So we're very conveniently located to a bunch of different places.
Like Katzefet, and we have a Lechem Shel Tomer, which is a bakery nearby, and a Pizza Hut, and a Buchman's Pizza. There's everything. So the next question is, what are the Shana Aleph and Shana Bet relationships like? So the Shana Aleph and Shana Bet relationship is really great because they're kind of sort of integrated into our program. We get to see them all the time and they're really helpful in like guiding us and showing us what to do when we're lost, and they make great chavrutas, and it's really great having them around and having such a nice group of girls. And they literally are like our older sisters in a sense because they're always willing to help us with literally anything.
They're amazing, seriously. Okay, what's the daily schedule? So we start off, twice a week we start off with a Tanakh class, that's 2 hours, and then a Halakha class is either an hour or 2, depending on the day. And then we have a 2-hour lunch break, which is amazing. It's so great just that like time. And then we have either 2 1-hour classes or 1 2-hour class. And then there's electives from 5 to 6 every day, and then we have class from 8 to 10 every night except for Monday, which we're off. And then 3 times a week we have 3 hours of Gemara in the morning, which is great because really we spend so much time in the base, and it's just so, like, we have the time to learn, we also have time to review, and it's so great.
Yeah. So the next question, why did you choose your program? So the reason I chose Midreshet Lindenbaum is because I really wanted a place that fostered individual learning, but also had like us part of kind of a whole in a community. And here I feel like I can learn on my own and grow on my own, but I'm also part of this bigger whole where we're all together and helping each other, and it's really great. And I also wanted a place that had a really nice group of girls, and I knew that like a really nice group of girls came here, so I'm really happy I picked this place.
Okay. What's the teacher-student relationship like? So really, the teachers are always here for us. If we have open Beit Midrash time, there's always at least a teacher or 2 walking around ready to help us all the time. They're always ready to have a chavruta with us or stay with us after class if we have any questions. And like we all have individual meetings with them, and they're really just, they want to help us learn, they want to help us grow, and they're really just here for us all the time whenever we need them.
Okay, so the next question is, how many girls are in Midreshet Lindenbaum? So there are 54 girls in the whole program, which is the North American program. And out of those girls, 6 of them are Shana Bet, and the rest of us are Shana Aleph. And then within the building, Midreshet Lindenbaum also has other programs. There's the Amlat program, which is the Latin American program. There's Midreshet Darkenu here, which is a seminary for special needs. And there's also the 2 Israeli programs here, which are for girls that are pre-army.
What's your favorite thing about your program? So definitely for me, I just love all the learning opportunities we have. We have mishmars every Thursday night. We have extra classes during lunch. There's Daf during lunch. And we also just have the time to learn on our own whatever we want. We have the opportunities to learn with chavrutas, and they really just give us so much independence in what we're going to learn. And I love that because it really just, I got to choose what I like to learn, and everyone else does too.
Yeah, and one thing I also really like is ISP, which is basically a mentorship program here, that each student is assigned a teacher, which is kind of your mentor, and you meet with them once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks, and you kind of just sit down with them and vent on how everything's doing, and you tell them about your week and what's going well and what you want to work on. And I think that's a really great thing that we have here because like it really shows like the individual growth as well as the communal growth, that like you as an individual matter. So the next question is, did you get to choose your roommates? So how it works here is our rooms are 4 girls per suite, and there are 2 rooms and there's 2 girls per room. So how it works is when you fill out the roommate form, you get to request 1 girl, but it's not guaranteed. There's no guarantee you'll be put with them, but I would say most of the girls get their 1 request if you happen to request each other back and forth.
And it sort of works like partners, so they give, like, you get your request probably, and then on the other side of the room they put 2 other girls. So you get to be with someone you know, but you also get to meet new people, and it's so great because you just never really know who you're gonna end up with, and you get so lucky mostly. Okay, are there different levels of learning? So yes, there are. So for the Gemara shears, there's 4 of them, and each one is a different level and a different teaching style, but it's really easy to move throughout the levels if you feel like you're not being challenged enough or feel like it's too challenging. The teachers are always really there to help you. And like halacha classes are split up. They're split up based on your prior knowledge of what we're learning. But for the most part, they're split up into smaller groups so that like everybody has their own focus in the class. But it's really easy to move between if you need to.
Yeah. So the next question is, what is the dorm setup? So the dorm setup is very cool. Like we said before, it's pairs matched up, and how it works is one side of the room is 2 beds, then there's a half a wall, and then on the other side is 2 more beds. And in the front of the room, there's a washing station, a bathroom that's separate, and then another area of bathroom that has another sink and a shower. And then on the other side of the room, there is a kitchen that comes with a fridge, a stove top, and a toaster oven, and a sink. And it's really useful, and it has also like a little kitchen table, so you sit with your friends and make your own meals, and it's really nice.
Yeah, the kitchen is a really good bonus, because even though they provide us 3 meals a day, like it's just nice to be able to do your own food once in a while. Where are you located? So we're located in Arnona, which is like very south Yerushalayim. We're about a 15-minute bus ride from the old city, 20 minutes from Ben Yehuda. So we're a little bit in the suburbs. Like we're far enough out that we're not completely in the middle of the city, but like we're very accessible to everything else we need, which is really amazing.
Yeah, and we have our bus stop right outside, and it takes us anywhere we need to go, so it's very convenient. The next question is, if I don't like my classes, is it easy to switch? So like Shira kind of said before, with the leveling, it is so easy to switch around here. Like we are in November time, and girls are still switching around and dropping and adding classes. It's really easy for you to pick a schedule that works for you, and they have a period where you can basically drop and add and switch around. And like even now, like during the year, people continue switching and figuring out what they like, and some people also during the year will drop a class to add time in the Beit Midrash for individual learning. So it is so easy to switch around and figure out what works for you.
Yeah, and like we said before, the teachers are always there to help you. So if you don't know if you really want to switch yet, like they really want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your year. So they really just want to help you figure out what class is best for you. What type of trips do you go on? So we go on different kinds of trips. So sometimes we go on like day trips. We go on a hike. We went to Hebron for a day. But we're doing like a 3-day trip later this year. We're going to Eilat for 3 days. We went on a week-long trip across the entire country, which was amazing. But for the most part, we have like 1-day trips, hikes, Ein Gedi, stuff like that. And they're so fun. They're always different. They always have some aspect of like learning about Israel. And they're so much fun.
Yeah. And the last question is, does your program set you up for Shabbos? So how it works is we are in with the Midreshet, like either all together here in Midreshet Lindenbaum, or we all go away together 2 of every 4 Shabboses. And then the other 2 Shabboses are free Shabboses, where you can basically go wherever you want, family, friends. But what's really great is that you are allowed to stay in the Midreshet every Shabbos if you want to. They will never kick you out. The Midreshet never closes. And what's also great is a lot of teachers happen to live in the area, so they are more than happy to host you for meals and have you come over during the day and hang out. So that's really, really great.
Yeah, staying in for Shabbos is like a really big plus. So if you can't find plans, it's really not such a stressful thing, because like the Aunt Bayit lives here all the time, so she invites us for Kiddush every time we stay in. And so it's so amazing to be here, and so we feel so welcome all the time.
Yeah, so thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed.
And if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out.
And yeah,
good night. Good night.